Look, all I ask you to do is find out about the New World Order. Find out about international banking. Find out how they took the country over in 1913. Find out who's doing this to you. Stop being suckers. Stop being scammed. Stop thinking it's funny to be uninformed. It's not cute. I mean, I'm looking at this, the propaganda in Newsweek. What Bush got right. And they have this other one, Sarah Palin, an advanced study of Sarah Palin, Barack Obama, all of it. These people run nothing. This is a PR stunt to sell you on thinking you have some choice. This woman doesn't know her head from the hole in the ground. Neither does Barack Obama. You ever seen him when he's not in front of a teleprompter, bumbling and babbling? They don't even know what countries they're in. Neither does Bush when they go overseas. But let me tell you, the technocrats behind them do. This is like Coke or Pepsi. It's branding. You've been sold on illusion, ladies and gentlemen. You better find out about the banks. You better find out about the banks. You better find out how we told you years ago they were going to implode these public consortiums to get the nation in debt. That's the whole point of the New World Order. It's not an accident what's happening. Who else told you, Freddie and Fannie, we're going to go under? We did. We did. Let's go ahead and talk to Franklin in New York. You're on the air, Franklin. Welcome. Franklin, I just now went to your call. Go ahead.
Okay, I called you a few months ago and read a poem about Ron Paul, if you remember.
Yes, I remember.
I have another one now about government-sponsored terrorism.
How long is it?
It's about a page and a half.
Well, you have nice poems, but, I mean, have you posted it in the Prison Planet Forum? No. That's a good place to put it. But I just don't know if it's fair to all the other... listen, I don't want to, insult your art here. We just got a lot of calls to get to, but I can give you about 2 minutes. Go ahead.
All right. Walking through marble corridors, lapis lazuli and gold trim, the emperor scowled, women danced, wine and gourmet dinners gave no solace. Temples to old gods were emptying. Nero feared the growth of Christianity. His bark complaints jarred luxury. They've no loyalty to our republic. They won't fight our wars nor cheer our heroes, yet purging them is so unpopular. Then he looked down from the fasces, addressed an advisor bowed to the throne. My most brilliant and effective friend, do you have a plan for saving Rome? Yes, I had been dreaming scenarios which till now were mental entertainment, yet they might work. Hearing the conspiracy, Nero laughed and called for an assembly. We have a plan, he yelled, relieved, a plan. His secret minions, in cover of night, tilted burning torches on Roman shops, known for flammable merchandise. When burning houses spread to those next door, hysteria filled the city like an anthill stomped. Eyewitnesses who'd been awakened swore it was the soldiers dressed as Christians who crept like shadows together, lighting torches, crudely yelling allegiances to Christ. They were Nero's. I recognized the men. Yet few believed them. Rumors were dismissed as treason. Rushing to his citizens with a relief squad, Nero quelled the flames, paying for it all with his own funds. Elegant doors to his palace opened. The citizens' tattered, ash-smeared families, having lost their livelihood in villas, abandoned newborns and arthritic mothers who could not outpace fame's being and lost, a great multitude gathered in the entry. Nero then smiled, held up his stance. Citizens, I will feed and clothe you. Together we'll rebuild our great capital, attacked by traitors. Please, please do not worry. We found the sect and know just what to do. That's it.
Well, that's great. And in fact, Nero clearly did set the city on fire and blame his enemies. It was Julius Caesar hundreds of years before him, I guess back when he was in power, still in B.C., or before the Common Era, now as they have pulled down those original bookmarks in history. His family got wealth by the fire department in Rome would set fires to your neighborhood if you didn't pay, if your Greek neighborhood or Jewish neighborhood or, your Gallic neighborhood or Roman neighborhood didn't pay them protection. And then the fire department would put out real fires that started, but if you didn't pay them, I'm not saying modern fire departments, this is how fire departments started, they would burn down your neighborhood. And that was passed on to the Italian mob in the last 150 years in the U.S. They picked it up from Sicily, where it continued on to this day there in the island, and they're in southern Italy, where they will burn you down if you don't pay, quote, your fire protection. And so that's what 9/11 is. There's over 200 examples, as you know, of our criminal government staging terror attacks, and this one was no different. But I mean, the 200 plus are where it's admitted and declassified, and I appreciate your call so near this 9/11 anniversary. By the way, I'm watching the deputy head of Health and Human Services here on television with FEMA on C-SPAN, and it's an admiral. See, that's the continuity of government. That's NORTHCOM taking over our country. We now have a military designation. Our country has a military designation. We're under military occupational rule. It states the people are the enemy of the government. The government is this private criminal entity owned by private institutions, and 30-plus agencies taken over by Homeland Security, and they're putting military in. And they're putting military over the CIA and military over Agriculture Department and Transportation. Can't you see what's happening? And as Bush leaves office, it's going to be passed on to McCain, Obama. It doesn't matter. They all are for it. Warrantless spying. Folks, you understand what this means? They're getting ready to butcher us like a Christmas hog. Okay, who's up next here? Ted in Texas. Thanks for holding. Go ahead.
Hey, Alex. I saw the interview that you did with Chief Acevedo posted online.
Yes, the Austin police chief.
Yeah, I wanted to take issue with one of the things that he said wasn't going on in Austin about the letting of the illegals go when they get pulled over. What happened was about a month ago, and my mom came outside into the grocery lot parking lot, and there's about 15 people around her car, and what had happened is a guy who couldn't speak English had ran into her car in the parking lot. Mm-hmm. And they called the manager out, and they were holding him until the police got there. Well, when the police showed up, the guy said he couldn't speak English, he didn't have a driver's license, he didn't have insurance, but they got an interpreter, and so as soon as they got the interpreter, he spoke a little more English. What he was able to tell them was that he had borrowed this car, and he was just running up to the store to get some milk. The officer called the person who owned the car, had them drive up to the HEB and pick the guy up, told my mom that they couldn't do anything because it was private property, and watched the guy drive off.
Let me stop you. Okay, my IT guy, one night he's got to come be let in. He didn't have a key to this office. It's like the emergency IT guy. And I pull up, and he's in handcuffs, and his license had just expired, and they were taking him to jail. And the Austin cops, I've told this story, and they were, by the way, quote, fans. They're fans, but they still do this. And they go, well, we've been told it's unofficial, but we're to arrest citizens but not illegals because the judges can't do anything anyways. And that's my whole point, is that we are the fat schmucks. We're to be bled. We've got the big target on our back. And also, Veda, this is a sanctuary city. 800 cities are, and they are above the law. They are above the law because they're here to drive down the wages and destroy the middle class. That's in the Ford Foundation documents, federal government documents. I'm not against the illegal aliens. I don't think they're bad people themselves, even though they think this is Mexico and, chant Plan of San Diego, which means kill all whites. I just feel sorry for them. It's okay if they want to kill me and my family. I'm not kidding. Google Plan of San Diego. It's official. But the point is that if you're a Hispanic American, Black American, White American, doesn't matter, you get arrested. But these God men do not. But listen, that's not just your opinion. All over the country, sheriffs and police chiefs will arrest. Stop a van with like 15 people in it, kids, no ID, whiskey, marijuana, and they'll arrest them, and then ICE will not come pick them up. But they'll have a few little busts at a few meat packing plants, always a smaller meat packer. The bigger meat packers pay the feds, literally, with campaign contributions to go bust the smaller one, so it's selective enforcement. And, you got 3 million illegals coming in a year, 30 million here, and look it up. They arrest 4,000 or 5,000 a year in these big raids. It's a joke. It's like your legs cut off and they put a Band-Aid on a shaving cut on your face. Okay, but the point is the government is selectively enforced. Look, John McCain can go to foreign countries and have illegal fundraisers where every donation's a felony on its face. He can raise $5 million at one deal at Rothschild's Palace in England. Just Google McCain Rothschild Palace, England. It'll be all over the news. And the news said, yeah, it's illegal, but he's allowed to. Sarah Palin, same thing. can do whatever she wants. Same thing with Barack Obama. Not even his mother, when she had him in Kenya, was only hadn't lived in the United States in her life long enough as a citizen to then go to another country and have a child where only one parent's a citizen for him to be a citizen. Doesn't matter if he's not a U.S. citizen eligible to be president. He is a citizen, not a U.S. citizen eligible to be president. It doesn't matter. The laws are for schmucks. The laws are for us, the dumb cattle, and nobody else. Only for the dumb Americans that think they know everything. Stop being dumb. Get angry. Take back your birthright. We'll be right back.